To be one of the first is daunting, to say the least.
Yes.
But I loved your presentation. So much gold in there, so much of you in there, and I think what is so important is that we need those unique voices, because yes, there's similarities in our stories, but every story is unique. And just having that unique input, not just you as an artist, but as a teacher. Was it love at first sight that made you want to get into teaching, and what is it, I guess, that that drew you to it?
Well, I suppose it began more so through the prompting of others. I just had that support and that belief and encouragement from both my youth pastors and my senior pastor, and especially my family. I guess they saw an innate gifting in teaching. I think at that time, I don't think it necessarily translated as teaching in the classroom, but it was just more that ability to be able to break down and simplify and just really communicate. And so for me, obviously I went, okay, well, let's just combine that with visual arts, because that is a passion. I love art, and I guess for me, at the time when I received that word, I guess, or that that advice, I suppose, it came at a time when I was already a youth leader working in the church, and my heart was always for young people, and I guess I wanted, I felt, yes, this is where I will go, because it means that I can inspire and also, I guess, draw out the potential of young people. And for me, I guess, as a teacher, there's always something about you that you want to extend into others. And so teaching, I feel it's almost like an extension of yourself that you want to pour out without necessarily dictating where the person has to go or who they have to be, but it's just more seeing that there's a unique light or ability or unique skill in a particular person, being able to draw that out. And I guess for me, as an encourager, as someone that always believes in the potential of others, and that's just, it just fit. It just
fit. It was just an extension of it. I think it's so powerful though, because I don't think all teachers have that insight, that it's not just, you're not just there drilling something, you're not just there just regurgitating material. You have to see the potential. I know growing up, there's about 3 teachers that really just, I'll forever cherish them because of that. They didn't just see another girl. They were like, there's something unique in you. And sometimes they were tough on me to bring it out. They're like, I know you could be a better writer, work on your grammar. I know you can be a better writer, work on your expression. Like, if you actually want to do this, do that. And I used to think, oh, but they're being a bit tough. But you realize, no, because they saw that. They took the time to see it and to, tailor make teaching for me the way that I understood it. So I think it's so powerful that you're saying that, because teachers spend more time with kids and parents in a lot of ways, right?
Absolutely.
And to be able, and youth is such a pivotal time, so impressionable, but I love that you have that, you're going in to see that light and drawing it out. And I guess you have to see it in yourself, right? It's something that you have to do daily to believe in yourself and draw it out so that you can do it for others. No, I love it. Now, I love that you're a teacher and you teach art, but you're also an artist. You're creative, you write, you create art. I think that's, I love your works and stuff that I've read. Even just ideas. I remember a few years ago, the children's books ideas that we kind of mulled over.
Still on the shelf, but that is definitely still something that...
I just loved the heart of that, that you had. For me, I guess, anyone creative that I come across, I always want to know, what is the magic of creating art for you? Like, what is that thing that transcends, I'm just creating something for you?
I think for me, it's more the idea of working with my hands. I guess growing up, I've always been someone that would always, when I was a kid, I'm like, I'm just going to write a storybook, and so I'll just illustrate it and just write a story. So I loved to do that. And I guess as I got older, I was like, I need to make a birthday card. I'll just do it. And so I'll sit there, and then eventually it caught on in the family, and I would always do like invitations for weddings and I guess birthday presents, and then eventually it was just, so I think for me it's more that I just like making, I'm like working with my hands. I like mixing different materials and mediums, and I think creativity for me anyway is just a way of expressing what is internal in me. It's just a way of expressing a particular mood. It could be a story, it could be a memory. It could just be simply, oh, I love these colours, I just want to use these are beautiful, I just want to combine them. And yeah, so for me, creativity, making art essentially comes from a place where how can I express what I'm feeling right now? I can't write it, let me paint it, let me draw a picture, let me take a photograph. Oh, there was a moment there, yes, let me just take a photograph. It was just a beautiful moment that I just want to capture. Yeah,
I love it, and I love the working of the hands, because it's so, I mean, I think we all are creators, right, in what we do, but there is something so powerfully connective when you do create. I'm going to create a story, I'm going to do an art installation, or do make a card for someone. It really is that putting yourself into something that is so powerful, and that other person isn't just getting a story or a card, they're getting a piece of you. And
I think that's probably the gold right there. I think any artwork, no matter what, it would always be an extension, I guess, of that individual. So as much as many probably people out there say, oh, it's just there's certain artists or certain art movements that, especially in terms of pop art, that would appropriate and use things that already exist in, like common objects, but essentially it will always turn out differently. So as much as you would see a certain object or a certain an image, the way that you would translate it always comes out differently. So you might try and do exactly the same painting, you might come out with a different result.